Hey, what's going on? I'm Deputy Thomas, and this is Law Enforcement Explains. If this is your first time visiting the channel and you want to learn anything police related, hit that red subscribe button. Also hit that bell to get notified every time I upload a video. Today, I'm going to be talking about what you should wear in a police interview. Alright, before we talk about the outfits, let's talk about the grooming standards. You want to go in there with a haircut, a clean face, no beard, no mustache. If your agency allows you to have a beard and mustache, I guess go ahead, but I recommend, especially on your interview, to have a clean cut face, baby face, basically smooth to the touch. For the ladies, you want to go in there with a ponytail, like in a bun. I'm not a girl, so I kind of really don't know the lingo, but go in there with a bun, you should be good. For the earrings, as a guy, you don't want to wear your earrings. If you have studs, you don't want to. As a guy, you don't want to wear your studs. And as a lady, you don't want to wear. You can wear studs. You don't want to wear those 1970 kind of long, big loop kind. That looks unprofessional. So if you have any type of piercing, like a nose piercing, an eye piercing, like the dimple piercings, you want to take those out because in the law enforcement aspect, it doesn't look too professional. So you just want to take those out. For a guy and girl, you want to make sure your nails are cut. You want to make sure your nails are clean. I know that's something minor, but the first impression is always the everlasting impression. So you just want to make sure that you leave a good impression with anybody you meet. All right, so let's talk about the business suit. You want to see if you can find a professional looking business suit. I think they call it a three-piece suit where you get the jacket, the pants, and a dress shirt. And if you can, try to get your suit tailored because it looks a lot better on you. You don't want to go to a police interview with your suit all baggy and look like you freaking barely can hold up your pants. You want to try to go in there looking extremely crisp so you can stand out, but you don't want to stand out too much like this freaking yellow suit right here. You do not want to go to a police interview with a bright suit. A yellow, a pink, a green, something that's bright like that. Do not do it because you look like a fool if you do it. If you can, try to stay on a darker color suits, dark blue or black, something in that range. And as for a female, you want to get a suit that kind of looks like this. You don't want to go to a police interview looking like you just went to the club. And I know it's common sense, but trust me, common sense is not common. If for whatever reason you can't go into like a three-piece suit, do what I did, because I couldn't afford a suit. I didn't have a suit. I couldn't ask anybody for a suit. So basically, this is what I wore. I wore a black polo shirt with some, I think they're tan slacks with some dress shoes, and I called it a day. And make sure you guys get a belt that fits. You don't want to get a belt that loops around a few times because that looks tacky. And like I said, you're not too sure who you're going to see. So you just want to make sure you're dressed to impress, basically. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. And I'll see you on the next call.